Hey everybody, it's Ralph. If you're new here, that's me. Nice to meet you. This is what I look like. Hi. So as the title suggests, I'm going to South Korea, and I just wanted to show you guys what it would be like and all the stuff that happens and my experiences there, and so that you can live vicariously through me if you're not ever going to travel there. But not only that, I am going to South Korea for a nose job. And it's something that I've always thought about having, and I've never really been satisfied with how my nose looks, and I've always wanted to enhance it in some sort of way. So the gripe that I have with my nose, I don't know if you can see it, I feel like the tip is a bit bulbous. I'd like it to be smaller. And I have like no nose bridge. I have instead of a bridge, it's more of a trench, and I don't know if you can see it, but with my hair back, the bridge here is very low, and I want it to be higher. Just as a heads up, this video is for entertainment purposes only. It's not meant to promote plastic surgery or to convince viewers to get plastic surgery. It is solely for viewing my experiences with a decision that I myself have made. Cosmetic surgery is a serious decision, especially in another country, especially with a language barrier. And if you ever consider going through it, please, please, please do your research and prioritize your safety and understand the risks that come with something like this. Again, this is a video just for watching my experiences, not to promote plastic surgery. Stay healthy and stay safe, folks. So stick around, I'm going to show you some clips in Seoul. Hey everyone, I made it to the airport and just waiting for my flight. My hair is a mess right now, but I'll probably have that done in Korea too. And there it was, my plane. 13 hours of flying non-stop. Oof. And just like that, we were off. Several hours of sitting in a chair and not being able to stretch uncomfortably with all sorts of other people. As a heads up, this was my very first time vlogging, so sorry if it's not up to par with other vloggers. And there's the flight plan, one straight line from LAX to ICN, and it took a really long time because we were going against the wind. And the only entertainment they had was Korean dramas and movies and stuff like that, but I brought my own. And for our first meal we had porridge, coffee, water, and some sort of vegetable mix, which I did not eat, but it was all pretty good. And then for a snack in between we had this chocolate bread thing. It was amazing, it tasted so good, I really want another one right now. And for our second meal I opted for the salmon, got more coffee, some water, and some sort of rice thing. I don't really know what it was, but I ate it. It was pretty good. Hello, I've just landed at Incheon Airport. I don't even know if I said that right. I'm so tired. It was a 13-hour flight and I stayed up the entire time. Hey yo, they got a Krispy Kreme. Hello everyone. We just got home. It's 9:28 after eating and stuff in Gangnam, and oh my goodness, we had the hardest time finding our apartment, but there were so many helpful people, especially one person in particular that helped us find our apartment and even called our host to give us our password and help us check in. So very nice of him. And now we're finally settling in. I am so tired, but we made it, so we're here, which is good. And tomorrow I have my appointments and stuff, so and I have to wake up early, but I gotta make this trip worth it, so we'll face that problem when I get there. Okay, bye-bye. Hey everyone, my hair is crazy today. I don't know what's going on with it. Just woke up. Yesterday's flight was so interesting. The flight was like 14 hours, 13 hours or so, and I downloaded the Korean show on Netflix, All of Us Are Dead, and each episode is an hour long and there's 12 episodes, so it's like the entire duration of the flight, which was perfect. So I just kind of binge watched the whole thing, just like use every episode would end, I'd be like, okay, that's another hour down. And like, it's a Korean show about zombies and stuff. by the end of the flight, I felt like one of those zombies. They go like, they crack their bones and stuff. They're like. And I felt like that was me because I felt so sore from sitting down for so long, and like my legs hurt and my head hurt. And I just wanted to like bite people because I was so tired. Oh my goodness. It was a good show though. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. But yeah. This is the place. I guess I could do a little studio tour. So when you walk in through the front door, you have this hallway, and then you go down. It's very small. You have the kitchen and a washing machine. Oh yeah, baby. And then we have, I thought that was a microwave. That's actually a dishwasher. That's kind of crazy. It's just crazy over here, man. But this is the kitchen. This is the fridge. It is empty because we have no food. We got water though. My dad's showering right now, so I can't really show you the bathroom unless you want to see his nude body, but nobody wants to see that, poor guy. We got the bed, which is where I slept because I felt really horrible. And we got the couch where my dad slept, and he says the couch is great, so he actually really likes it. And then we have just the view over here. Again, not too much to this apartment, it's small, but it's cozy, I like it. At the window, the view out here on the 4th floor, all these big buildings and more so. And there's some sort of banana shop or something like that across the street, I don't know. Yeah, so that's essentially where I'm staying for the next couple of weeks. But yeah, pretty cozy. I actually went into a restaurant the other day, and a woman there who was eating was also wearing a cast on her face for her nose, and I just kept thinking, I'm in the right place, because that's going to be me in a little bit, so yeah. So the footage I got for my consultations got corrupted, and I can't do anything about it, so here's me after my consultations. But first, a meal from Korean McDonald's. Pancakes. Nom, nom, nom. Nom, nom, nom. You can see the nice, beautiful view out here, out in Seoul. Wow, look at all the buildings, and look at all the streetcars and people walking. Super cool. Oop! Oh boy. There we go. Hey everyone, I'm back at the apartment. I just got done doing some consultations at the clinics that I decided to visit. I think I've settled on a clinic to do my surgery for. And I'm very excited and super nervous. I'm very jittery about it because it's just it's so exciting and also frightening at the same time. But yeah, the consultations were good. I learned a lot about my face. I learned that there's a bit of deviation in my nose, which I didn't know. Well, if you can look right here, my nose on the outside is actually not really symmetrical with the rest of my face. It falls slightly to, I think, this direction. So that's off. And then also on the inside, there's a bit of deviation where one of my nostrils is more narrow than the other one, which I think they're going to try and fix. But yeah. I have my surgery set, and I'm very excited, very nervous, and I really hope it goes well, and just gonna be very optimistic about it. So with some time to kill before my surgery, I went to go hang out at Myeongdong. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but it's where street food is, as well as a couple stores. This is it, we made it! Oh, they got my boy Crush! There he is! He's a musician.
His name is Crash?
Yeah, he has really good music. I love him. We're finally here at the place. Oh my goodness, look at it. It's so pretty. It's so pretty here. Look at this place, everybody. It's so pretty. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Traveling the world and whatnot. And then I got some fried chicken in a cup. It was pretty good. Tasted sweet. It had potato on top. I gotta gorge myself before my surgery tomorrow, so... Mainly because you're not allowed to eat for 8 hours before surgery. First bite, man, this thing's really getting everywhere. Oh, good. Oh wait, hold on. I haven't tried the other thing yet. I have no idea what this is, but hopefully it's good. I hope I like it. What is this? Potato? No, it's like chewy. It feels... When I poked it, it felt chewy, so we'll see. It is chewy. Still sweet. Kind of Play-Doh-y, but like not in a bad way. Like a good way. Weird. And then it was the day of my surgery. Hello everyone. It's finally the day of my surgery. I'm really nervous. I've never really had any surgery done on me before, and yeah, I'm just kind of a little... I feel really weird because I don't know. It's a little... It's intimidating and a bit scary, but still, I'm gonna do it. And after answering a couple more questions, I was sent to the locker room to change into my gown and prepare for a final consultation with the doctor to really go over everything and thoroughly go through the plan again for the whole surgery. Alright, I can't have you guys looking at me while I change, so I'll be right back. Alright everybody, I just changed into the whole getup. They even give you your own underwear. Ooh. That's weird. Then I had to wash my face. Wow, it kind of stings. And gargle some weird tasting mouthwash. And then afterwards, a photo shoot. Here we're going over a couple more questions and things that could possibly happen during the surgery, notices, and tidying up a few loose ends. And then here I was trying on different silicone sizes and looking at them, kind of imagine how my nose would look before and after. Next, the surgeon started to draw on my face, as well as describing what specific things that are going to be changing about my nose, and overall just preparing for the surgery. And this is the part really that I thought that, wow, this is really happening. And here the doctor was showing me how the tip was going to be changing. She was showing me how it might look afterwards, as well as it being pulled out so that it would look less droopy.
예, 낮을수록 이렇게 쳐져 보이는데 얘가 딱
And then the nose
잡히는
doesn't
거예요.
look droopy anymore.
Right, okay. Once you bring it, okay. So here are the photos we took earlier. This was used to communicate with me about my previous nose shape and my next nose shape, just giving me a general idea of what I would look like afterwards. We're going to be doing the surgery in a bit. I'm excited and scared and feeling a lot better because I was very nervous the other day, but I think I have a bit more confidence in what it is that I want. Here's hoping that everything goes well. Bye guys. And just like that, I was asleep. Now, what you're gonna see next is me, day one, right after surgery. I swelled up really, really bad, and I look not great at all. And the swelling around my face takes around a couple of weeks to around a month for it to fully subside. And for the final look for my nose, it takes around 6 months to a year to really see the final results of what my nose looks like. Even right now, I still don't know what it looks like because I'm still recovering and still deswelling. I remember when I had just woken up from surgery, the first thing that I noticed that I was really dizzy. I'm assuming it was the anesthesia, I guess. But overall, I was so dizzy to where I couldn't even walk properly without the nurses helping me. So they removed me from the operating room to a recovery room, and I just had to sit there for a little while until I felt less dizzy. The second thing that I had noticed was that my throat was so dry. I mean, during that time, I guess that I had been breathing through my mouth during the whole surgery since they're working on my nose. And after the surgery, it was just incredibly dry and it was hard to even swallow. It hurt. And I remember that time when I was swallowing that I could feel shards of blood, dried up blood or something just in my throat, and it was really hard to swallow. And it was very painful. And the nurses aren't allowed to give you water because it might cause vomiting, and if you vomit, that vomit might end up in your nose area, and there's a bunch of cotton and stuff in there, and you don't want to get that dirtied up. So they don't give you water until an hour after or until you're not having stomach problems anymore. So I remember sitting there with a super dry throat and just kind of bearing it. They did give me water to gargle so that I could kind of get some gunk out of my mouth. I gargled and I spat out a bunch of either mucus and blood and all sorts of bad stuff, but it felt a little bit better. But again, no drinking. But again, on the day of my surgery, Sophia greeted me afterwards, the translator, and she was just so kind and so patient with me. I felt really bad because I just felt super, super dizzy right after surgery, and other patients were coming in also recovering from their surgeries as well, but they were recovering faster than me. They were already walking around and leaving and going home, and I was just there for about an hour extra. And Sophia was there just to help me through it all, talking to me and holding my hand and holding me whenever I was trying to walk. And she was so sweet and so caring, and I just really appreciated her just being there that day for surgery. Just thank you so much. As for the aftermath, the pain, I didn't really feel much pain. More or less, it just kind of felt like I was sick because my nose was filled with cotton and I couldn't breathe through it, so I had to breathe through my mouth. Not too much pain, just dizziness here and there, and mainly just feeling like I was sick with the cold or flu and recovering really. The other things that I noticed that since I was breathing through my mouth a lot, my mouth was just more dry all the time, and like my lips were dry and just it was really inconvenient to just not be able to breathe through your nose. Other treatments for this process was that I had to take medicine. So I had 3 pills 3 times a day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Other inconveniences included not being able to wash the area that was worked on, and this would make showering pretty difficult because I would have to shower by putting my head in the sink and then rinsing my head, and it's overall just a lot harder than just being able to walk into the shower. And that bandage on my face was also pretty inconvenient. I didn't have to wear it for too long, just until my nose stopped dripping. But it made it kind of hard to eat because food would get in the way, and also drinking would be kind of difficult. My dad gave me a metal straw to use so that I could clean it and reuse it every time I needed to take my medicine and just drink water and drink other fluids. And it was very useful, so if you do happen to actually go through this, bring a straw. So there's all this stuff on my face. On the outside, there's the cast and the bandage. That's what you can see right here. And on the inside of my face, there's a silicone and cotton inside, which is blocking my nose from breathing. And not only that, there are stitches on the outside of my nose where the column is, as well as the inside of my nose, which I couldn't really see. But 2 places of stitches, and over time I would have to come back to the clinic so that I can have each piece removed, and some of them were removed at different times. So here I'm changing my bandage because it would get filled with blood. If you don't like blood or can't handle it, you might want to skip ahead. Just figured I'd include this so that people that are interested in seeing what part of my nose would look like can see it. So at this moment, this is the first time I've seen myself without the bandage on my face. I still have the cast on, but it's pretty strange. And this is my sister's reaction to my face. Do you want to see when I was swollen? I know you couldn't see, but like because of I had the front bandage on. This is the one time I took it off.
Oh.
I know. But I was swollen.
Oh yeah, it's all popping. It's all popping and everything.
You're really enjoying this, huh?
I don't even recognize your mouth. You look like a different person.
I know, it was that bad.
Down like 5 volumes or something.
Yeah, like you look like a different person.
I know, my eyes and everything. I know. The first time I took a picture, like one day after surgery, I was like, I'm a monster. What have they done to me? And because I was looking at this, and I'm like, wow, no. And then I fell back asleep because I was so delirious. No, I know. When I took this picture, I was like, damn, that's what I look like. Oh my god. No, but so one of the things that my face did when I swelled up, like this. So my cheeks swelled, my eyes swelled, my nose is swelling. Everything swelled except like here. Even my upper lip swelled so much that it was like this, and I could not close my mouth.
Sorry.
And I kept thinking, why do I look like a Simpsons character with the lip that goes over like that? And I'm like, what do I do? So after taking my medicine every day for every meal and eating my meals, even though I was still bandaged and recovering and swollen, I still went to places in Korea that I wanted to visit because walking around and exercising helps with the blood flow and deswelling process, so that's good. And also, I didn't want to waste my time in Korea just staying inside all the time. There are places and things that I wanted to see, and so it's a double win for that. But eventually the day came where I had to return to the clinic so that I could get the cotton removed from my nose. Also, thank you again to Sophia for holding the camera for these next parts, because doing all of this by myself is kind of hard, so it was very nice to actually have someone behind the camera for once. And these shots are great, so thank you.
So please breathe through your mouth while we take the cotton out. If you breathe through the nose, it can go inward.
Okay.
So just breathe through your mouth. It's going to be a little uncomfortable.
좀 아파요. 후, 조금 힘드세요.
Relax. Try to relax. Okay, good job. It hurts a little bit, right?
Yeah,
한번
a bit.
다시 할게요.
Okay.
Oof.
오른쪽에 관절 제거할게요.
So we're going to remove the...
Unfortunately, after the cotton was removed, I still couldn't breathe because there was still stuff in my nose that had to be left there. I think it was the silicone.
We're doing good.
코 안에서 할게요.
Now we're going to disinfect inside the nose.
Okay. Even now, I still remember what it felt like having your nose cleaned after having cotton stuffed in it for a long time. The cotton that she was using to disinfect my nose felt really nice because it was cold, and any sensation after having cotton in your nose for a while felt pretty nice.
Better though, right?
Yeah, a lot better. And after a little bit of cleaning, the nurse was showing me how to apply the gel that needed to be applied to my stitches on the outside and inside of my nose, and I needed to apply this, I think, every morning and night. So
And then inside, just roll around the walls.
안쪽까지. 여기 특히 위쪽은 딱지가 많이 생기실 수 있어서 골고루 좀 이렇게 발라주세요.
Especially on the top, that's where all the dry blood forms. So
okay. I don't know why, but just looking at myself while editing this, I look like the monkey with like the life support on his face. And with my free time, I decided to try and dye my hair actually silver. Shout out to Sue Style. Sorry if I butchered that name. They really put in a lot of effort to make my hair silver because my hair is really, really dark and it took forever, and they had to bleach it like several times and wash it several times. And I was there for a while and they actually got it to be silver. I even had to go to the clinic during the time that I was there because it took that long, and they were okay with me just leaving and coming back. So thank you. They were awesome. So here they're taking off the cast off of my face. I finally get to see what my nose looks like, and all of the gunk and oil, not being able to wash it. It was very gross, and I was just very happy that I didn't have to wear it anymore. And here they're taking the silicone out of my nose. Actually, she just took one out of the right nostril, and this is the left one. And I can finally breathe after this. Not breathing for a week really sucked. Oh, I can breathe again. And now the nurse is removing stitches from the column of my nose on the outside. I still have stitches on the inside, so I'll have to come back after. But now that everything is removed, I can wash my face and wash my nose. I can finally wash all the gunk that's off of my nose that's been building up. And here I met up with the surgeon again. She was checking up on me. Unfortunately for me, I had a bit of a blood clot on my face, and caused a little bit of swelling on top of the swelling that I already had. So the surgeon had to drain it, and unfortunately I had to wear a cast again just for a couple more days. So and then I visited the palace in Seoul, and it was really nice. Look at this place. It is nice. This field is so big. I got to pick out the traditional garments that they wear and take some nice pictures. Unfortunately, my nose still had the cast on it because of the blood clot, but then again, my nose was probably still really swollen back then, so I probably wouldn't have looked that much better. Then I returned for my final visit. The last thing that I needed to get removed from my face was the stitches inside my nose. And once those were gone, I was clear to go home. And then they put me in a de-swelling oxygen tank, which was interesting. But with all jokes aside, where does that leave me now? Well, you'll just have to watch my next video to see what I look like. Stay tuned.